Hello, it's your teacher here, Elizabeth. I want to introduce myself to you first. I am a occultic healer. I've been an occultic healer since 2014. You could say that I enhanced my spiritual healing path by becoming a Reiki energy healer and working with the demonic Goetia, the 72 demons of hell, King Solomon's demons. I also progressed into vampirism in the late 2020s. Why I went into demonic healing is because I had a surgery for endometriosis, which is a gynecological issue. I felt that someone had done black magic on me to be ill. At that time, I was in a very turbulent relationship with my fiance, who was very, very jealous of my studies and my children. He also gave me herpes. Now, I was infected. I probably got herpes from him because he had cold sores. And because of our sexual preferences and to try different things, I ended up getting genital herpes, and I found out after 22 years, because I was engaged in, I think it was 2001, to him. He's called Emmanuel. So we both got tested in the hospital, but they don't test for herpes in any British NHS hospital. They do not test for that. So I carried this virus for 22 years in my system. One of my associates is a psychic vampire called Michael W. Ford. He's on YouTube. He said that you're sick and you need to get tested. And I was thinking to myself, how would I do this? Would I contact in the spirit world to help me? So when my twin flame came back after 12 years, I did a ritual for my twin flame to come back to me if I ever met him. So he did come back to me, my twin flame. He is a guy from Russia, and just say when the first time we met, there was a lot of confusion. People might have even jinxed it. So it didn't happen. From time to time we would communicate over the years, in the 12 years. So there was a door opened, yeah, there was a door opened for him. I didn't shut him out completely, and he did not shut me out completely. So I called upon Goddess Lilith this month, because obviously our feelings are becoming closer. We want to get married. We possibly want to have children. So my mother's actually of Russian descent, and my father is a mixture of Indian and, or it could say Indian Jew, or Portuguese Jews and Indian. So I would say Brahm. So like they're Persian and Jewish. So anyway, our feelings had developed very lovingly and caringly, and I didn't want to make him ill. I'm also a songwriter as well. I've written a lot of songs about my emotional being towards him. Yeah. So I was left in a predicament. Either I stay in this situation of being ill and never having a love life for the rest of my entire lifetime, or I contact the goddess. She's also a vampire. She's called Lilith, and to make a pact with her. She's also in the Tree of Death in the Kabbalah. Goddess Lilith. She's very powerful. So I did my test today. After about 1 year from my last test that I did. And I also did a healing puppet. I did a healing puppet first, and then I did a pact with Lilith. So there were two things that I did as a occultic practitioner. And I did that with Goddess Santa Morte. She also is a Mexican goddess in Mexico. So I also caused her to help me and heal me. I haven't got my notes on that. I'll have to share it with you later. I might have to do another video. Probably the 6th video would be the actual process of having a puppet and healing it. And the puppet actually becomes you. And it's helped me because I am not a herpes carrier anymore, because of what these 2 rituals, or the 1 pact that I did with Lilith. So I want to help other women and men who are suffering, because there's no help available from the NHS. The NHS is leaving a lot of people feeling frustrated, depressed. It's affecting their mental health. Some people are becoming suicidal because of it. They've got nowhere to turn. So it's my duty as an occultic practitioner to say, yeah, there is help. It's in your cult. And Goddess Lilith and Goddess Suitamora are prepared to help. So I'll do my pendulum board to see which goddess actually helped me, or was it the combined one, which is, it was just Lilith. Okay, it was just Lilith. So sexually transmitted diseases are a virus. Some are easy to treat and some aren't. The herpes virus has 12 stages. The last stage is herpes meningitis. It infects the brain membrane on the brain, and that is when it becomes serious and it can kill you. So if you have cold sores, do not engage in any form of oral sex, because your partner will get genital herpes, and that virus goes into the spine, so you might have a lot of backache, and you wonder to yourself, why have I got this backache? I have excruciating backache for months, for years. What could it be? It could be herpes, and you have to be tested for it. There's no cure for it, and backache is a very, very, very agonizing pain. You have to take a lot of painkillers for it. So these lessons are specifically for herpes carriers, herpes, what they call the part 2 one. It's called herpes 2. The herpes 1 is the cold sores, and the herpes 2 is the genital herpes. I did the pact with Lilith 72 hours ago. So I would suggest that you make a conscious decision to seek occultic healing instead of suffering with your life in a situation of hopelessness. Because when you feel hopeless, that there's nobody around to care, there's no help available, you get into a state of a trap, a depressive cycle of maybe self-harming with alcohol, with street drugs, being horrible to family members, just feeling so trapped in your life, that I wanted to say that there is someone that can help you, and she's called Goddess Lilith. And all you have to do is make a pact with her, and I will show you how you do this, because I did it myself, and I could only teach about my own experience from a very, very deadly virus. When someone has herpes, just say for instance a pregnant mother, that herpes virus is transmitted to her unborn child. That unborn child is going to have a very, very severe health issues. Not only does the virus seem to burn the skin off an unborn baby when they're born, it leaves them blind. So I've read stories about babies born with herpes, and it's my concern that women who are pregnant or want to be pregnant and their partner has herpes too, and they have herpes too, or one of them has it, that they seek the counsel of goddess Lilith to help them, because there is nobody that can help them with it, that can say, okay, you're not going to have it tomorrow. There's no doctor in Britain or any other country on planet Earth that can say, I will give you a cure for your herpes, and in 72 hours when you do a test, it's going to be negative. Only goddess Lilith can do that for you, because she did it for me. And I will show you the steps on how to make this pact with her. It does involve a lot of commitment to the goddess to help you. With goddess Lilith, it's not a quick fix. She wants to be in your life like a relative, like a mother, like a doctor in your life. She wants to be there every day, day and night for 100 years or more. That is what goddess Lilith is. She doesn't want you to, she's not Santa Claus with a wish list. I want this to happen, I want this to happen. She's not a Santa Claus, no. You have to revere her with a lot of respect. She's a very, very, very powerful goddess. I would say give her a try. I guess when you bought this course, the title of it interested you, and you thought, well, this sounds different. She's obviously a professional occultist and a healer, an energy healer. She knows what she's saying. She's experienced the divine healing of goddess Lilith. She wants to help others from her gift that the goddess has given her. So I would say, if the medical profession has not helped you, you need to seek alternative healing. And don't feel depressed and sad and blame yourself and blame other people for your predicaments. There is a solution to your problems. If the NHS is not going to provide stem cell treatment because they believe that herpes is a gay disease, or it's because you're promiscuous, or because you're have an alternative lifestyle, then goddess Lilith is the one to call, because she helped me regardless of my bank balance, my education, my family background, my genetic makeup. She's not like that. She will help you if you're serious about having a medical relationship with her, just say she's called Dr. Lilith, right? If she's going to be in charge of your medical care, you might as well just call her Dr. Lilith instead of Goddess Lilith. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I have an associate in the World Health Organization, and he told me that most medical doctors and virologists, they stigmatize sexual transmitted disease. He said that you're going to find it extremely hard to get funding in a vaccine for sexually transmitted diseases because it's stigma. It's like only dirty people, promiscuous, alternative lifestyle, hippie type of people get these viruses. And it's just like, how can you say that? I mean, I'll tell you something. My own doctor, she's a gynecologist, yeah? When I told her about my herpes, I said, can you give me some antivirals? She said, I can't do that. You have to go to a special clinic for that. I'm just asking her to write a prescription out. And she said she's not going to do it. So, I don't know if that is the truth, that they can't prescribe antivirals. But I said I haven't taken antivirals for 22 years, so, was it 2001? Was it 2006? 25 years. So 25 years, I would say about 25 years, I had the herpes for 25 years, like half a century. So I'll check the board and see which guy was it. It was definitely Emmanuel. So I had a relationship after that, about 4 years later, with a guy called Ian, but he was not with me for that long. That's another 6 months I was with him. And then I said, forget it. He refused to marry me, so I said, forget it. So he might have got the herpes from Emmanuel that he gave me. So it's not my, it's not, I mean, I'm being responsible anyway, because since I was with Ian in 2004, I haven't had a relationship with anybody. So my throat is crooked. When you go from one relationship to the next, I advise you to get tested. Get both of you get tested when you're coming into a relationship. After you come out of that relationship, if you'll break up, you do everything to stick together, but it just falls apart. Get tested again. And whoever else is in your life, make them get tested again. Because you can't play with your health. So, we're coming to the end of this video. And the content of it was sexually transmitted disease. So, to stop the sexual transmitted disease from spreading is to get tested when you're going into a relationship and you have feelings for this person, but we can't control our heart or our emotions. We're mammals, we love to be hugged and kissed, and we're just like your pets. We have emotions, we have feelings, we feel nice. So to protect each other, get tested. If you're coming out of a relationship, you get tested. If you're going back into a new relationship, you get tested. It's courtesy. And that would help the NHS resolve their problems with people with hepatitis A and hepatitis B. And they're walking around, and one day when COVID comes, or some sort of bronchial infection, they're wondering, well, why is my immune system not working properly? So we have to try and help each other be healthy. It's called a society working at the same goals. So everybody has to join in. There's about 17 million people in the UK. So if we all take some sort of responsibility over our sexual health and not leave it up to the doctor, because the doctor will probably say, well, we're not a magic man that can magic away your disease. If you want to see someone who's a magic person, the NHS doesn't have it. You're going to have to go somewhere else to find them. Okay, so I would say enjoy the next session, which is lesson 2, which is about limited medical treatments, which I touched on a little bit. But we're going to go into depth with why they're not offering the medications to you. And the third one is occultic healing, and then I'll tell you how it works, and then I'll do the Lilith attunement and the pacts for sexual health. I can't see what this is. I think that's it. And then you can buy your test, check yourself out, and you know, if you're negative, wow, it's a miracle, isn't it? You receive your miraculous healing from Goddess Lilith. And we're coming up to the end of this session, but I thank you for listening to this lesson, and I hope that you learned something from this lesson. And if you want to watch my channel, it's on YouTube, called DJ Crypt 666. I'm also a musician and a psychic tarot reader. Take care. Goodbye.